Wild threats and mass confusion at the Naval Academy ends with police shooting a midshipman. All of it, it turns out, a terrible case of mistaken identity. Sources telling our Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell tonight this appears to be a case of swatting, someone falsely claiming that a shooter was going on door to door through campus. And then when law enforcement were clearing rooms, a midshipman hiding in place thought the officer was the active shooter, attacked that first responder, and at some point in the struggle, the officer's gun went off, hitting the midshipman in the shoulder. Our Carl Willis at the Naval Academy as those outside waited and worried.
Just to set the scene for you, there was a warning going out over a loudspeaker about a shelter in place. People who've lived here over a decade say that was unusual. It's usually just a drill. And over here, where I spoke with the mother of a midshipman, there was only confusion and prayer.
It's just a fear and anxiousness for every parent who has a child here.
Courtney Strauss Campbell rushed right over to the U.S. Naval Academy to check on her son, a firstie or a senior here, after reports of a shooting and unclear details coming from her son sheltered in place in a dorm.
It's all over the place. One minute I hear it's a death that's coming from Twitter, then I've heard that it's a hoax, then I've heard that it's a through and through shot, meaning that someone was shot but they're okay. I don't know.
What officials confirmed Thursday night is that there was an accidental discharge of a weapon and a response to a potential threat. Mary Jane Graham lives across the street and heard the warnings over the loudspeakers.
Usually it just says exercise, 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 but this time it said to shelter in place. I'm like, okay, I've been living here for 15 years. That's strange.
Maryland State Police also confirming that they helped with a medevac transportation and had officers from their Annapolis barrack respond with other agencies.
One SUV after the other, after the other, after the other, and then subsequent giant announcements, probably 6 or 7, all basically saying the same thing. The shelter in place is going on.
The governor's office reporting around 7 o'clock that there was no ongoing threat at the Naval Academy. And we saw emergency vehicles leaving the scene right around that time. Those who waited for an official announcement could only hope for the best.
I think this situation is going on across the country right now, not just here at the Naval Academy, and I'm just praying for our country.
You can never be too careful. You know, I've worked there for 12 years as a faculty member, and they care a lot about the faculty, the staff, and especially the midshipmen.
In Annapolis, Carl Willis, 7 News.
That lockdown eventually lifted, and we are told that the midshipman who was medevaced to the hospital is in stable condition.